Yo, 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 Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Check out my podcast Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, every week. Break it all down. Monday, hit all the matchups from Sunday. Wednesday, break down what the hell happened during those matchups and really get a deep film dive. Thursday, pick the games. All right, check that out. And as always, I'm proud to be associated with PointsBet. Here, we're going to get into some things here for this week. Week 17, a lot of great matchups across the NFL. I mean, hey, there's some uncertainty there right now as far as COVID. You know, again, we're all keeping our fingers crossed on a daily basis right now, hoping our teams are at full strength for these matchups here down the stretch. Here's the first Simms Boost bet, all right? We got two this week. We got two of them coming up, and the first one, I'm just going games here, all right? And here's where it goes. We're going to boost something from plus 122 to plus 170, and that's because the Browns will beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and the Chiefs will beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. All right, you hear that right? It goes from plus 122 to plus 170. It's the Simms Booster bet, baby. I do like this. Now, let me explain this to you. All right, first off, the Browns, the Browns are more talented than the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've seen them go into Pittsburgh and win before. In fact, we saw it in the playoffs last year and blow them out. They're desperate. The Steelers, you look at them, defense, not overly talented. Not a lot of depth on their defense, especially their defensive line. Offensively, they're offensively challenged. They can't run the ball, and they can't run the ball against anybody. And this isn't the week they're going to take advantage of the pass game against the Cleveland Browns. They got issues across the board there. So I just don't see their offense being able to create enough yards and plays to beat the Browns on this day, and especially with the way their defense has been giving up big plays both in the run game and the pass game. I think the Browns, again, they look like they're going to be pretty healthy for this matchup, should be able to run the ball at will on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and therefore I think it's going to open up the boots in the play-action pass game for Baker Mayfield. I expect the Browns to win that football game, obviously. And the other one I'm going to go to is the Chiefs. Now, again, I don't think this is going to be a pushover. I don't. I think the Bengals will make some plays. Again, the Bengals got a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball. The Chiefs do like to play a lot of man-to-man coverage. So I could see a lot of points being scored in this one, going back and forth a little bit. But ultimately, here's what scares me, is I just don't know if the Bengals can really ever stop the Chiefs. I don't know if they can ever stop them completely. And here's my reasoning for this. First off, the Chiefs can protect the passer. And I got respect for the defensive line of the Bengals, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get there with their front four in this game. I don't. And, of course, you don't want to blitz Mahomes and company because that's just going to leave some gaping holes down the field. The Bengals are a little bit too predictable on defense. They are. They're a little too simple. They don't disguise all that well. And history says when you play that style of defense against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, that he will pick you apart. That's why you've seen him had such great success against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders play the same defenses all game long. It's two or three defenses, and therefore Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy getting a rhythm calling plays, and there you go. Mahomes is tearing you apart. So that's my first boost bet, all right? Browns, Chiefs, both win. Boost bet from 122 to plus 170. All right, here's my next one. You heard me break down this game a little bit already with the Bengals and the Chiefs matchup. You heard me talk about all the man-to-man the Chiefs like to play. The Bengals offense, they do a little bit of everything. But here's the matchup I look at that really I think poses a problem for the Chiefs. It's whoever covers Tee Higgins. Tee Higgins, number 85 for the Bengals, is borderline becoming a superstar at the wide receiver position. We know Jamar Chase is. We know Joe Mixon is awesome. Boyd's great in the middle. I mean, really, he's their number 3 receiver and probably it would be a number 2 for most teams in football. Really good player. Higgins against man-to-man coverage, that's going to be tough. First off, a good route runner. They will throw him short passes, slants, little quick outs, things like that. And then, of course, 50-50 balls down the field, the jump balls. Tee Higgins, it's not 50-50 when you throw the ball up to Tee Higgins. It's 6'5", with his vertical leap, his ability to adjust to the ball in the air. He's been on fire as of late. They have carved out a little niche for him in the offense, and I think he will get an anytime TD this week. All right, so there's my boost bet this week for Tee Higgins. I'm taking him to get a touchdown, and I envision it red zone, inside the 8-yard line, Chiefs overplaying to stop the run and some short passes. And I think they're just going to throw a little fade or back shoulder to Tee Higgins against one of these smaller DBs for the Chiefs, and he's going to beast them and get a touchdown. That's how I envision it. Now, again, Tee Higgins, anytime TD, the Simms boost goes from plus 135 to plus 180. All right? So that's what I got to offer you this week. 2 boost bets. Chiefs, Browns both win. Tee Higgins gets an anytime TD. I hope everybody is good. Have a happy new year. I hope these bets hit. And please continue to pay attention to me, Chris Simms Unbuttoned, and PointsBet. See you next time. Peace out.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.